This is Tonya 23 up here cutting them collard greens. And that's right, I got my star-studded outfit on, honey. Don't worry about me. I put this robe on because it's cool in my house all the time. And when I walk through, I don't want to catch a draft. You understand? I don't play no draft. So I have my little throw to throw on. So don't get it twisted. And it's clean. And don't come on here with no crap because you're going to get cussed out. You see that scorpion? I'll send it to get your ass. So don't play. Be nice. Now, I came on here. I need my stand. Hold on one second. I gotta run and get my phone stand, child. I got some talk for you. Don't you go nowhere. All right, here I go. Had to get my little phone stand. Because I want y'all to see Mama cutting up them greens. That's right. That's what I'm doing. About to make me some collard greens. So, let me tell you. If you're a black woman, the key to you having good health, honey, and I learned the hard way. The key to you having good health is the collard green. Don't get it twisted that collard greens is slave this and no, honey. You see all them women's that be living today 110 and all of that. I had them in my life. I already know it. I had them in my family. The collard greens. And don't you throw that juice out. Honey, that collard green juice is some iron fortified. See, they treat us with the same medicine they treat everybody else with. And you know, I never agreed with that. I think if you're Asian, y'all got Asian medicine. I think if you're Caucasian, y'all got Caucasian medicine. I think that if you are, now there's a difference. If you are African, you got that medicine. But FBA, Foundational Black Americans, our blood is a mixture of a lot of different cultures. Peace and love to everybody coming through. And so I believe medicine should be tailored to the people. What you think? You know, we already know that we're different on down to the cellular level. And it just makes simple sense. I'm doing great. Rotundwa. Manda, peace, peace, peace. Mary, hello. Mr. Watermelon, hello. Say hello to Miss Collard Greens. Because I am keeping up my calcium. When you get a certain age, and I'm telling you, if you're African American or whatever, keep up with the greens. That's the key to us. And I'm talking, and I need to be eating them at least 4 to 5 times a month, if not more. I kid you not. The older women used to always have a side of collard greens, and I would wonder, why are we always having collard greens? Y'all don't know nothing about no broccoli and nothing. Psh, my grandmother, broccoli what? You better go and get a couple of bunches of them greens and cook them. I'm telling you, that be the key to us on a cellular level. This beautiful collard greens, okay? The so-called Lord made them for us, okay? To keep, because we need calcium, okay? You're a carbon-based being, so you need calcium, iron, the main, calcium and iron. Somebody say iron. Do you know how many people? It doesn't matter what your nationality is. A lot of you are walking around iron deficient and vitamin D. If you live in places where it's hot all the time, you probably got good vitamin D, but you might be lacking in vitamin C and the rest of them, you know. But they don't tell us that we need to eat these things and have your little meat, but you don't need too much meat. Some of y'all think, oh, I'm a carnivore and this and that, I gotta have meat. Well, you kind of change that tune when you gotta go have your first colonoscopy at the hospital. When you get 40, I believe, they start hunting you down to get that camera up your rectum. And now, I don't want to get too graphic because there might be children, but that is a standard test that everybody needs to go through after the age of 40, especially y'all meat eaters. But I literally have seen vegan and vegetarian have polyps. Polyps somehow form in the colon, and that's the big deal. But when you go the first time, if you have polyps, they clean them out. You get a new start. The first time you get a colonoscopy, they clean out whatever's there. But if they find the polyps, then they got to send them to the lab, and that's where it gets scary, because it's either benign, which means non-cancerous, or malignant, which means cancerous. And so everybody wants to hear that theirs are, you know, benign. But many meat eaters, that is what happens, you know. So, what y'all think about that out there? Do y'all eat your collard greens? Or some places might have a vegetable that's close to it, like bok choy or whatever. But honestly, I'd rather have my collard greens. They take a little minute to cook if you don't have a pressure cooker. I have a pressure cooker. But today, I'm cooking them on the stove. And I'll be watching them closely. You know, you really do need to keep up that iron as a woman. And I would suggest that to any woman that's over the age of 40. They say, oh, your boobs dropping this and that. You have no idea. It happens fast if you don't keep up with the exercise. So in the wintertime, I have my exercise bike that has the hand thing, whatever, in the legs. But soon I'm gonna break out my Betsy, which is my bicycle. I have a really nice Schwinn bicycle with a custom seat that's made just for me. And I can't wait to start riding. It's gonna be nice out here next week. So, and I hope that you guys have good weather. It's been crazy, all these weather patterns. Yes, peace from South Africa. Rotundwa, Manda, yes. Eli, Reyes, hello. Yes, Mary, hi. And I did say hi to Mr. Watermelon. Do you guys have any nutrition questions for me? You know, I am a holistic practitioner. And I like to help people get their diets together. Asimbi, yeah. Hi from Argentina. You guys make sure you tap the screen for the like button. And please subscribe, because I will be coming on doing a lot of educational things. And even if I don't come on live, I upload all kinds of videos. I do storytelling. I love doing storytelling. And I give these little talks for people. I'm a person that talks from the heart. And I have a lot of experience on this planet. And I love the young people. I love to talk to you guys. I love to listen. I'm a grandmother. My grandson is 6'2" and playing basketball for a sport, but he's also an A student as well, you know. Yes, a Simba. I do have one daughter, my one beautiful daughter, and she just gave me a granddaughter who just turned 3 years old. Yes, I have lovely children. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter, and now I'm a grandmother. I'm a grandmother 4 times over now, but I love it. The children are beautiful, and I kind of don't want you guys to get mixed up with the world and the way it's going. I want you to keep your values and your morals. That's the thing. We do have to strive to be, some people say holy. I say we have to strive to be fair, right? Have justice in the way that we work with one another. You know, from all around the world, I wish you all peace. Asimbaya, I don't give out my daughter's contacts. I mean, thanks for asking, but I couldn't do a thing like that. You guys are super funny. How about you tell me when is the last time you ate your collard greens, Asimba? What do you eat to keep yourself so active and looking for woman? Huh? You must be a pretty strong fella to do that. Well, it all depends. I wouldn't say that you're wrong. It's up to me to say, you can ask any question you like, but it's up to me to give the answer and be accountable for it. But yeah, I just wouldn't go around asking people for contacts. Now, say I gave you my daughter's contact and you called her. You might be met with a very mean hello if she doesn't know you. Yeah, we got to be careful with that. It's a lot of people in the world. Did you hear about the 2 young ladies that were going on a vacation? They decided to go to Colombia, and they weren't there one day before they attempted to kidnap them. So you guys better be careful. I know you got your own money now and your own passports, and you can go anywhere on the planet you want with your friends. It's a little different from my generation. We didn't get to do all those things. You guys now, you got your passports at 18. You're doing this, doing that. The one girl that disappeared on the beach of what was the name of the place? She went to, where's the place everybody goes and some of the men go there to cheat on their wives? Brazil. The beach was filled with people, and this beautiful young American lady disappeared. Very, very sad it was. You guys have to be careful out there. Know that they're out there to get you. You better just understand that right now. Let's see what Simbaya says. Seems you good in advising how I wish I could be living with you. Oh, man, let me tell you. It's a tight ship around here. There's no Isfet. Isfet is chaos. Isfet is evil and negative energy. And we don't play that around here. So, I am the grand goddess of this home. And I make sure that the energy is good in my home. Because I'm also a businesswoman. And I want to tell you guys about my body butters that I make. I make exclusive, beautiful, and if needed, medicinal and spiritual body butters. It's whatever you need. Like, say you have a need. Your luck's been down. You can't find a job. Everything's gone wrong. And you need a little pick-me-up. Well, my body butters at Shea Butter Me, I can infuse them with Reiki, which is good energy. And I charge them with my crystals. So I make my body butters, I put them on the table, I surround them with the crystals, and then I cleanse them and bless them, and they go out to the people. And I've gotten review after review, in which I'm trying to get people to make videos about, that the body butters are working out for them, Like, I really have dedicated this life cycle to helping others. And you can help others in different ways. Like, there's a young lady that's suffering with panic attacks, and I was able to make her an aromatherapy blend of essential oils that she could just take the top off the oils, take a deep smell, hold it in, and even if you don't try, it's like you take a medicine. You don't sit there, come on, work, come on, work. As soon as you take it, it goes in and it does its job. Well, that's with the essential oils. You smell it, it begins to do its job. The flowers and plants of the earth are here for us to utilize to save ourselves. Now, they're cutting down the Amazon jungle as fast as we speak. They probably have mowed down a few acres of it. Now, this place on the planet is said to have every cure to every ailment. And also the botanical gardens that they have there in Africa, the cradle of the world, the mother of the earth. We must respect Africa because it pretty much is the only the only country that is actually tethered to the land. Like, if you were to have a tsunami, Africa, that landmass would still exist, where others will be just washed away in the sea because it's actually tethered to the land. It's linked. You can't pull that part apart for some reason, and I'm sure scientists have been killing themselves, unaliving themselves, trying to figure it out. It really is a mystery, like the great beautiful pyramids and whatnot. I hear that when they was having war over there, that they were threatening to knock down the pyramids. Well, I don't think they want to do that. It's just so much going on in the world. I am against what's going on with the Palestinian people. I wish everyone peace, love, and light, and that's Ankh Ujasaneb. The light workers are not happy about what those in power are doing to the so-called people. We must say good prayers for the world. I know we have to pray for ourselves, but right now, extend your prayer to the world. Because what the world needs now is what, guys? What does the world need now? Who's going to answer that? It's a song. I'm from New York, Asimba. New York, New York. But I don't live in New York. I'm from New York, but I'm not living in New York right now. I am from the state of Maryland. It's an interesting place. But I have so many friends and literal family members that moved to Africa. So I literally have a large family now in Ghana. So our family is planning on a trip. I believe it's going to be in 2026. But yeah, we're definitely going. We're going to go to Egypt, and then we're going to check out Senegal and everything. I have plenty of Senegalese friends, so I'm sure I'll be great when I get there. One of my friends' family is a politician over there in Senegal. Big respect, so most likely we'll be staying with them. But, if anyone has any questions, let me see. I am jobless. Can you help me in getting a job? Well, the only assistance that I could help you in getting a job is helping you organize your experiences. First thing, do you have a resume? You need a resume. You must have a resume. Your resume consists of your job experience. So, have you had any jobs before in your life? That's the question for you. I'm going to call you Ya. Ya. Have you ever worked before? And there's a lot of different things, age. Also, what is your profession? What do you do? Let me just put this over here. I'll be right back in a moment. Put you guys over here. It's time for me I gotta wash the greens now. And so when you washing collard greens, you just can't rinse them with water anymore. Somebody out there tell me, what do you use to clean collard greens really good? Tell me. Does anybody know what you use to clean the collard greens really good? What do you use to clean those collard greens? You can't just use water. Somebody tell me. What is the one thing that you can use to clean fruit and vegetables from all of the waxes that are used when they are growing the fruits and vegetables, all the pesticides that they spray? And how do we get that off? Once we get the fruits and vegetables, how do we use them when they're loaded with the pesticides and stuff? Somebody tell me. What can you do? How about I put y'all right here? Can you still hear me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Uh-oh, that background thing. Uh-oh, oh well. Can y'all see me? Can you hear me? Somebody let me know. How do I get this background thing off of here? What the freak did I touch? There we go. Oh, okay. That was a movie picture. My daughter does crocheting, and I was sending her a picture of some beautiful crochet items. Anyone else out there crochet? We're about to put a club together. I have done it years ago. I'm going to start doing it with my daughter again and see what we can do together. I really wanted to bond with her that way, and she's very artistic. She can draw. She's actually a nurse, but other than that, she can draw, and now she is a master crocheter. She does the granny squares. She put things together. Beautiful, intelligent young lady. And I'm very protective of her, as I should be. There's a lot of lunatics out there. They don't want to get 20,000 of these, though. You see that fist? You don't want that, right? You don't want that for yourself. Okay, the answer is, someone say, my lips are so dry, y'all. Just talking is crazy. But yeah, it's baking soda. That's what you use on your greens. You put a little bit at a time in there. Well, I need another bowl. So 2 big bowls. And when you're done cleaning, you got one there and one there, just like this. You're going to go from one bowl to the next. One bowl to the next. You're going to go from this here to cleaning there and then back in there. You got it? Let's do this. Make the water not cold, but a little bit warm. And that will help tinder up the greens anyway, because they tough as hell. But you got to clean the greens really good. Because from there, they go in the pot. But what we were talking about, jobs. So you got to have your experience written down. And most things is who you know a lot of times. So most certainly give them that reference page when you turn in your resume. Don't wait for them to ask for your references. Go ahead and give them the references before. I don't know how it works anywhere else, but a lot of people are lazy and they just do the resume and then they don't have the reference sheet. And the job people, they're up on it. They're up on that. They know what that's all about. But get good references, the best ones you can, and make sure they answer the phone when the people call. Ain't nothing like trying to get a job and your people's fucking playing games and shit, not taking things seriously, and then they don't answer the phone when the job call. Oh, that can make you mad. That'd be enough to make you mad, you know? But literally, you know, you just take the greens and you're rinsing them. That's all. You just rinse them. But you got to rinse them real good now, babies. That's right. Them collard greens, they always talk about, oh, them black girls strong. They be wilding, they be this and that. Yes, we're strong because we come from homes where we eat things like collard greens, cabbages. But see, I don't know now about the new mothers. How do y'all cook? Y'all let me know. Y'all in y'all 30s, 20s, 30s, and y'all got children. Do y'all cook Thanksgiving dinner and everything? What y'all doing? Somebody tell mama what's going down. How do y'all young people do y'all food? Do you listen? You trying to get recipes from your mama? Some of your mamas is the same age as you, and they trying to get a recipe too. Honey, sometimes the baby girl look older than the mama, because she done been through some things already at a young age. But I'm telling y'all, you ain't gonna be doing much of nothing if you don't get these collard greens in you. And that's a fact, baby. And I want to say shout out to the Sub-Zero podcast. Shout out to Sub-Zero and Rosie. They're such a cute couple. I love them, and I love the podcast. And I'm definitely a scarbarian because I have my scars. I made it through. You understand? I'm a regular on the Starship, Battle Starship Galactica. You understand? For the scarbarians. So that's another thing that I am. You know, I'm a grandmother, but you gotta have your connections. So I like the Scarbarian crew because I got some scars. Let's go. Does anybody else know about Sub-Zero podcast? Comes on late night about 10:20. Have you ever heard of him? He's a very good podcaster. Very entertaining. He comes on every day, too. So he's serious about his podcast. So if you get a chance, definitely check out Sub-Zero podcast. You know, and you better hurry up because they like to demonetize and get rid of his pages because the content is very good. Very eye-opening and awakening. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of podcast I like. And me, I'm like an intellect, but I got some serious books, y'all. I got a book that tells you step by step that the book of Revelations was not written by whoever you thought it was written by. And it's not about who you think it's about. And I have the references. So any questions anybody want to know? Anything else about how to find a job? What you need to do? You definitely need to get some decent clothing. And they really don't discriminate a lot now, but hide the big tattoos. Find a way. Hopefully you didn't go and tattoo your face up, because that's just crazy. Yeah, don't do the face tattoo thing if you want a job. What you want? You want to wear tattoos or you want a job? Now, they have to accept people with tattoos now. Why? Because everyone has the darn tattoos, and there would be no workforce if we said no tattoos. Which is crazy. Crazy enough as that is, you know. That's how you get changes in society. I mean, I know it's a little weird. It's a good thing, you know, that no one wants to do business with somebody that done rolled up their face and tattoo and all of that stuff. But now it's so widespread that they can't even discriminate against it, or else there'd be no workforce. So that's a prime example of how you bring about change and what you have to do in a society to bring about change. You just saw it. So many people got on board with it. There was nothing they could do. You know, they had to start accepting folks, but they couldn't have some rules like, you know, if you got a tattoo on your face and all that, I don't know, you might not get the job, depending on what it is. But, you know, basic employment shouldn't be denied from anyone. You know, I don't care if you had a felony. You know, that shit's really crazy, because you should be trying to help the people turn from crime. So you're going to deny them a job because they have fucking a felony. That's just really stupid to me. And excuse my language. Wish I could edit that part out. But anyways, I'm just keeping it super real with y'all. And yeah, that's crazy, but that's the way things are. So definitely don't put yourself in a compromising position if you can help it at all. You understand? I know it's tough. Trust me, I know it's tough. Because I was talking about systems and the creators of systems and how elaborate the systems are on the planet. Now, think about these systems. Let me give you one to think about. Think about Social Security. And I want you to start thinking about it being the biggest deduction out of your paycheck that you get. Have you noticed that yet? Now they're threatening that there not going to be any for you younger people that's paying for it now. And they used to threaten us when I was in college. And the group before that got threatened there be no Social Security fund by the time you're of age. They taught us that in college. They beat us down with you're going to get it taken out of your check to pay for other people and the older people now. And most likely, if the fund goes the way it's going now, there won't be any by the time you guys get, you know, able to collect it. And I said, well, gosh darn, isn't that a story with a terrible ending? I said, well, bitch better have my money. And I'm not playing. They better have mine. Yeah, because I know people that get so much money in their check every month. And I hope that this administration don't mess with the elders and whatnot that's getting their check. Or the disabled people. That is just not a good look. And that would be the end of the freaking road for his ass if he do that to the needy like that. Y'all would have to think about that. And definitely don't let that happen. So that, my dear, is how you clean the greens. Now they are ready to be prepared. See, you got to do things in a system sometime. We talk about these systems. Let's go back to it because it's a lot of talk. Now, these systems that are created, such a forth like Social Security. How elaborate? When you're born, they give you that Social Security number. It's attached to footprints and all type of stuff, but you ain't getting away from them. So you're pretty much tagged, as you know, and given a number. And that number is a Social Security number, and it follows you for all eternity in your life. You can't get a new one. There's no way. That system is ironclad. The only way you could get a new Social Security number in America is to die. And let's face it, no one wants to die for a Social Security number. That would be crazy, don't you think? But there's people that have done it. They were so tired, they went ahead and faked their death. I always would crack up every time I hear about somebody talking about they faking their death. I find that super freaking hilarious. Because, like, you got to drop off the freaking planet and get some plastic surgery so you could look like someone other than yourself, I think that might be a plan to escape the dregs and bowels of this place. I think that'll work. But yeah, you gotta get yourself together and think about what's going on, because it's definitely going on. And every day I have to train myself. Like I like beautiful things. And so when I get something, it's pretty nice. And I thought about all the people that had to hurry up and get out of their homes and just leave everything behind. And I was just like, how devastating. And me, I'm an empath, so there I go, putting myself in other people's shoes. And I can almost feel the experience. Like sometimes I do feel it, but it all depends, what the situation is. And I really do feel the compassion for people, especially my people as well. All people, but of course my people. I love my people very much. I understand our struggles. Let's just put it like that. But I also understand that every single thing that we do as a people is not a result of slavery. It's a result of your wretched ass. That's what it is. It's some things that you might need to correct in your life. That's what it is. Because humans, let's talk about the devil. We talk about devils and demons and like they're running little scary creatures and whatnot. But the only devil and demon, literally, the only thing that I have seen that fits that category would be them. Who is them? They. You know who they are. And they actually created this concept of demonology. Look up, if you want to know who they are, look up who created demonology. And you will come up with a book that's got a scary looking white woman on the front, and there's this mysterious looking black figure supposedly on top of her, taking her innocence, so to speak. Now, when I saw that cover, I said, wow, racism is so deep. Like, I'm sorry, coming from white folk, y'all are just fucking weird with y'all. Y'all just be off. Y'all weird. But it's okay, you know? But let's just all own up to what we are. Why would I have to pretend that Becky isn't a pain in the ass with the way how Becky moves? What does Becky want us to do? Okay, so now you're invited to the party now. Now you're shaking your rump shaker with everybody. Now you're allowed to date the black guys. Okay, now Becky, what else is it that we can help you with? I don't know. Well, the sisters would like a break from sheltering themselves and, you know, dumbing themselves down and whatnot so that you can compete in the world. Peace, love, and light. That's right. That's what we're talking about. But sometimes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes love looks like war. Let me get me some. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna set all on a moment. Yeah. Okay. I had to get me a little bit of jojoba oil and put on my dry behind lips. I'm actually drinking my electrolytes now. My thing is, you gotta drink so much water every day. It's hard, man. I be trying to guzzle all that water. It's better when it's hot because you can literally guzzle it down. But, you know, I get busy. I'm doing this. I might have a cup of tea, and then I ain't thirsty no damn more for a minute and whatnot. Next time you turn around, that whole day done been gone, and you done missed about 16 times 2. 32. Some of y'all can't do that. But, yeah, you done missed drinking 32 ounces of water now. And your body really feels that. Like, it's hard to stay hydrated when you gotta drink. Drink. I'd rather have an IV every once a week, an IV to give me the fluid and whatnot. Then I don't gotta worry about it. But I am gonna try the IV therapy to get my fluids together, and then I take it from there. You know, it's a little good situation. Make sure you hydrate it. You got it with the machine, and you know for a fact you're not dehydrated anymore, because a lot of these sicknesses, when y'all going into the emergency room, coming in there from, you know, having a episode and whatnot, y'all need water, because the regular sink water might unalive the friends. Don't drink it. It's got all type of shit in it. And don't boil it. Oh my God. You're boiling all of the forever chemicals. Don't do that, guys. I know the older people, and they really don't believe you. Like, I saw my own daddy, my own poppy. I said, Papa, you got to start buying bottled water so you could drink it. Don't use that. You know, you might could cook with it or whatever because it's boiling. Blah, blah, blah. Don't drink it. You know, it's not going to flush your system right. You might be constipated, this and that. He going to call me. I tried to go to the bathroom, but this and that and that and this. I said, Daddy, I told you that water don't work. You're going to have to start buying bottled water. You think he listened? That time he did. I came back to his house, and he had a big thing of Poland spring water. And I was like, oh, Dad, I'm so proud of you. What did I just do here? Okay, it's the other way. Yes! The great knot taker. I'll just be taking knots out of chains all the time. They be mad little. People like, this chain got a knot. And I'll be like, let me hold it. The great knot taker down. I will take a knot down. But spend some time with your eyes closed. What? Yeah. Spend some time with your eyes closed. Wondrous things you might see. And these times, because the cosmic rays that are blasting off from the sun right now are so powerful that you might get a glimpse into a place without no name. That's a clue. That's actually a literal clue. When you solve it, then you'll be great, like me. The Great Riddle Solver. A Place Without No Name is a Michael Jackson song. What do you think he was talking about? If you guys pay attention to some of these lyrics that you're singing all the time, you might get a clue as to what this thing is all about. Because Michael Jackson told us everything that we needed to know. Good old Mullen tea. Mullen tea? That Mullen tea so good for you, you know. What do the Mullen tea do? You can't see it from this side. Let me see. If I share screen, let me see. Can I share screen on here? No. Let's add. Peace, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button.